Okay, hello guys. Now, you know what I mean? Now you have three questions on the board. We're discussing physics. These questions are on work, energy, and power. Now, in a previous class, I introduced work, energy, and power. I defined everything, and I also gave us the necessary formulas to solving questions on work, energy, and power. We didn't solve the question. We didn't solve any question at all as of the time I introduced the topic. But now we have three questions on the board. Now the first one says, a boy drags a bag of rice of mass 20 kg along a smooth horizontal floor at an angle of 60 degrees to the floor. The work done after a distance of 3 meters is dash. We do not know. So in doing that, I told us that work done along, horizontal plane, all right, work done along the horizontal axis is, let me quote it, is F cos theta times distance. Since they didn't give us F, we are going to be doing it as W equals mg sine theta times what? S. W is the work done, m is the mass, g is gravitational constant. Sorry, cos theta, cos, that was a mistake. Since it's horizontal. Now the work done is W equals, the mass was given as what? 20, then times G, which is 10, times cos 60 is 0.5, then times what? 3. Okay, you now have W equals, this times this, you have 200, then 200 times 3, you have 2 times 3, you have 600 times 0.5. You have work done to be what? 300 joules, all right? 300 joules. So this is the answer. Mass is 20, given from the question. G is always constant, which is what? 10. Then cos 60 is 0.5. Then the distance was given as 3 meters, which is this 3. Then this, if you multiply everything, you'll be having what? 3 joules. Okay, that is for number 1. Then number 2, it says a boy rolls down a slope. A boy rolls down a slope from a height of 100 meters. Its velocity at the foot of the slope is 20 meter per second. What percentage of potential energy is converted into kinetic energy? Do you know? No, we do not know. So in doing that, and of course I told us that potential energy is equals what? mgh. Right, the mass was not given, so for that reason you now have that Pe is equals m times gravity is always 10 and the height 100, right? Which means that Pe is equals what? Is equals 1000 joules. You know that normal, the SI unit of work done is joules, all right? Then the mass that was not given is this what? M. This one is for what? Potential energy. Then kinetic energy now is usually 1 over 2 mv squared, all right? mv squared. Now kinetic energy is equals 1 over 2 times m times, okay, you have velocity to be what? 20 meter per second, that is 20 squared. You have Ke equals 1 over 2 times m times what? 400. So 2 into 400 is what? 200. Therefore, kinetic energy is equals what? Is equals 200 mass joules. Now, this M, you know, it was not given. You have this and you have this. They weren't given, the masses were not given. Now, they said we should convert potential energy to kinetic energy. Now, I told us in our previous class that if you are converting from potential energy to kinetic energy, it is usually Ke times 100 over potential energy. To convert from potential energy to kinetic energy, it is usually kinetic energy times 100 over what? Potential energy. I gave us that formula. Therefore, you now have that. Now it will be kinetic energy was given as what? 200 mg then times 100 over kinetic energy. You have 100, okay, 1000 mg. So mg will go out. You have 1, 1, 2, 2. You now have this will go into this. Therefore, you now have to what? 20. Said at what percentage? At what percentage is the potential energy converted to what? Kinetic energy. So please, it is what? 20%. Number 3. Now, a machine efficiency, it's 80% is used to raise a body of mass 75 kg through a vertical height of 3 meter in 30 seconds. The power input is dash. Now, I told us that efficiency is usually power output over power input times 100 over what? 1. Alright. Now, the power output here, that is the PO, is equals. Now, power output is usually mass times G times S over what? Time. Alright. I gave us in our previous class, the mass was given as what? 75, 10, then the distance is what? 3, then you have the time as what? 30. Alright, so this will go into this, 3 will cancel out. You now have it to be what? 75, which means that power output, it is what? 75. Power output is 75 joules. Okay, watt. Since we are talking of power, now you know the SI unit of power is what? Watt. Therefore, the power input now we have to make Pi the subject of the formula. In doing so, you'll be having EPI equals PO 100 now divided by E divided by E. Okay, which means that we now have our power input now, which is P